Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. I'm Donte Payne, your host for this evening, as it's about to go down. Well, it's already went down for us on home run derby. You had Pete Alonso. Sorry, I was about to switch your name around, but Pete Alonso win the home run derby from the Mets, of course, and he's continuing to do so. You know, he's showing off his home run derby skills with a victory yesterday with a 434-foot homer bomber into the third part of the upper deck in yesterday's game. And we had a lot of good games, a lot of fights breaking out in the world of baseball. On top of that, we got new duos for the NBA, as well as new duos, and training camp is getting ready to start. For some, training camp has started, especially for the Denver Broncos as they play August 1st for the Hall of Fame game. With that being said, I got that and all coming up here on Dragon Sports Live. Like I said before, I'm Donte Payne, so if you're just tuning in, welcome to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. And you know, I always love to support my local Chicago artists, and what better way to open up a show than, you know, put some music on so you can hear these artists. Let me know what you think about these songs. If you want these songs, and I can give you these songs, send them to you. And if you are the artist, send your songs to dragonjumppro@gmail.com, the clean MP3 radio edit version. And I will put you in rotation, add you on the show, put you in the mix, and show you how it gets cracking. Because that's the way we do it. We support each other. In this day and age, you got to know someone. And you never know who I know and what I can do for you. I may can help you improve your business. I may can help you get more clout, as they like to say. But that's what I'm saying. You have to put out there. And that's the best way to do that. So here on Dragon Sports Live, here on the Chicagoland Sports Radio.com station, as well as iHeart, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're out and about and you don't want to use Facebook, YouTube, or the TuneIn app, pop open that iHeart app and search Dragon Sports Live. I am on there, and you can check me out. And what better way to do that than with the 11 p.m. Prime Life? This is Derek with Prime Life. Check it out. Y'all feel that beat? Okay. Yeah. Let's get it. Y'all think I'm about to spit something, but nah, I'm gonna spit some sports in a second after this song. So, check it out.
Cherry ass swag from around the world. She a dime, shorty wanna fly soaring. She just hit the wood, now she feeling good, yeah. And she so damn fine, never had no time, oh no. I'm just trying to turn up on the weekend. She don't got no time, just an hour for the free. Out the country with her friends, do this all the time, well. Trips out to Dubai, but never spends a dime, oh no, oh no. Oh no, oh no. Oh no, Blackberry ass swag on a new way. She a dime, shorty wanna fly, so she just hit the wood. Now she feeling good, yeah, and she so damn fine. Never had no time, oh no. I'm just trying to turn up on a weekday. She don't got no time, just an hour for the free. Out the country with her friends, do this all the time, well. Trips out to Dubai, never spends a dime, oh no, oh no. Oh no, oh no. Oh no, oh no. Oh no, oh no. Hey, 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 hey. I'm just tryna live it up, I'm just tryna live it up. Just to be feeling good, she don't really give a fuck. She don't really give a fuck. Long as she living good, I'm just tryna live it up. I'm just tryna live it up. Just to be feeling good, she don't really give a fuck. She don't really give a fuck. Long as she living good, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey. like cherry ass swag from around the way. She a dime, shorty wanna fly soaring. She just hit the wood, now she feeling good, yeah. And she so damn fine, never had no time, oh no, oh no. Oh, no, no. Oh, no, no. Oh, no, no. Hey, so.
Yeah. This is shit that my demons are made of. Bad little diva, no makeup. I see the team, we don't shake up. Money dancing on me, haters. Me need that beef, no paper. So much dough, I be needing a banker. Don't be calling for me, let you pay up. Pop up flat and get geek, and I came up. I just walked up out the house with too much sauce. I was supposed to tone it down, but I forgot. So much drip, I nearly drowned up at the lot. They really drowning, but they not. My little baby, too wide, you can tame her. One the Guardian trying to get friends up. So them niggas be talking my name up. I don't hear it at all, cause after you please you gotta get weighed up. You lucky I love all my haters, cause y'all niggas could drop in some minutes. Must be lighting the rocks if you with us. All of you riding the job for a mansion. My little baby stay like she from Memphis. Every time that I talk, she attentive. There's a lot that keep drawing attention. Blow the pack and get knocked out the mansion. Need a K off the top, it's a fancy. Need a K off the top, got a fancy. Boom, a choker, I left at the mini mansion. I don't need diamonds for dancing, but my diamonds like one of the Jackson 5. Holding the pole, yeah, they packing live. Ammunition for the actors. No one did it for me, made it happen. I just lit the dirty, hope I'm strapped in. Cause I'm flying, coach up on the average. Used to hit the ground with my family. This is shit that my demons are made of. Bad little diva, no makeup. I see the team, we don't shake up. Money dancing on me, haters. Me need that beef, no paper. So much dough, I be needing a banker. Don't be calling for me, let you pay up. Pop up flat and get geek, and I came up. I just walked up out the house with too much sauce. I was supposed to tone it down, but I forgot. So much drip, I nearly drowned up at the lot. They really drowning, but they not. But they not.
That was Solo the Weed Donte. It's funny that the song was named Donte and my name is Donte, but welcome back to Dragon Sports Live here on the Chicagoland Sports Radio.com station, simulcasting on iHeartRadio as well as Spreaker. And I did mention before that it's been a home run slugfest. Like I said, Pete Alonso did hit a blaster that's 434 feet. That's his first home run of the second half since the second half started for the Mets. And it's also tied. I should say he's 31 shy. The first home run that was hit back in June was 505. So it's like it's been a Blast Central thing. And speaking of Blast Central, it's really been getting heated between two teams. So we had Jake Marcinick, who actually ran into the Braves catcher to tag the plate, broke his nose and had a concussion play. Also, Lucoy is actually on the 10-day IR list. But on top of that, it's been getting fierce between that team. So he served the suspension, right? But then you have Noel Ramirez throw a pitch right at the head of Jake Marcinick, which he didn't really do nothing about it. But the team was like the Mets, one of the Mets coaches basically was yelling at him like you intentionally threw that pitch at his head, but he did get a 3-game suspension and was fined an undisclosed fine. So it's like sometimes frustrations can get the best of you, but especially when you see your teammate go down and you want to retaliate because it's a brotherhood, it's a thing, but sometimes it's not good to retaliate that way. So it's like you got to do it a whole different way, right? So he's suspended for 3 games. And Brad Amos was hit with a 1-game suspension. But on top of that, it led to the base clearing, almost a fight breaking out between the two teams just because of the frustrations of that or like what's going on. Let it go. That's all I can say is let it go. Like, it happens. I don't think he intentionally threw it, but if he did, that's why he's getting served with that suspension. And we did have some glorified games these past couple of days where you have teams scoring 17 runs, 19 runs, and, you know, the other team not even barely getting on the board. So I'm going to start with Monday, right? Monday. It was... So, yeah, the Toronto Blue Jays destroyed the Boston Red Sox 10-4. But then you go further. Miami got a win 12-7. And this is from July 16th, guys. And then, you know, Milwaukee over the Atlanta Braves 13-1. The Sox disappointing 11. They lost 0-11 to the Kansas City Royals. So that was Monday. Then you go down the line. I'm sorry, not Monday. That was yesterday. Which Phillies and Dodgers are battling it out in the top of the first. That game just started. And the New York Mets 14-4 against the Minnesota Twins. So it's like, it's been a home run blast central derby. And that's the best way for me to put it. Blast Central Derby. You've been having home runs left and right. Speaking of that, you have Christian Yelich and Cody Bellinger both leading the majors. I should say leading the Major League Baseball with 34 home runs apiece on the season right now. Chris Bryant has 20, and he's been doing so well for the Cubs in these past few games. But Yu Darvish has been really well. He got his first win in Wrigley, which that means a lot. And I'm over here fumbling my notepad over here, which doesn't necessarily mean I'm nervous, but God, Butterfingers, Jesus. You know that happens. But, yeah. And the rumors trade deadline is coming up. And it's like, with baseball trade deadline, you have a lot of possible trades that can happen that might happen. Like, let's see, the Cubs just got a catcher, right? Because one of their catchers is on, which is Contreras. He's on injury reserve right now. And they acquired Martin Maldonado for left-handed Mike Montgomery from the Warriors. And like I said, he will replace Wilson Contreras until he comes back. And that's pretty much is how the season is really getting. I should say it's really going down to the wire. It's really beginning now. Like, it's crazy how this season is really going. You got the New York Yankees 60-33, first in the American League East, and then the Twins, first in the Central. Houston Astros in the West, and this is all for the American League. These are the current teams that's sitting at the top and is doing exceptionally well the last couple of days. Then you go to the National League. You got the Braves, which is 58-39 in the East in the National League. Cubs jump back in first, 52-44 for the Central. And then the Los Angeles Dodgers at 63-34. in the West for the National League. And they also have the best record currently right now. Second is the Dodgers. So it's like, what are y'all predictions going to be, ladies and gentlemen? Who do y'all think is going to make the playoffs and take it all? But don't forget, we got teams that's creeping. Like, when I say the wild card spot is so close, you can smell it. Yeah. Like, super close. It's going to be a battle. So let's find out who going to win, who going to get in wild card, who's going to conquer, and who's going to do it all. And who's going to come out of nowhere and sling some more home runs. Baseball has actually been pretty interesting to watch on TV, just amount of home runs and strikeouts that we've been having. No hitters as well. So I'm looking forward to this. Looking so forward to it that I can actually taste it. Can you believe that? Better yet, I can smell it. That's how close I want them to be. And, you know, some people are just misunderstood. So you never know. And about the Chapman-Oppenheimer's contract, that's false issues. You know, usually about this time, you got a lot of rumors going around. Not just baseball, basketball, football. It's a lot of rumors going around. And I'll talk about more about those rumors in 1 second. But right now, this is Ken with Mr. Misunderstood. Check it out.
I got you, sis. Yeah, you know I got you, sis. We misunderstood. I got you, sis. Yeah, you know I got you, sis. I got you, sis. Yeah, you know I got you, sis. I got you, sis. This is the life of a black woman above average. Do more than cook cornbread and cabbage. We always been savage. That diamond in the rough, don't give a about living lavish. We just wanna make it. We just want a man who ain't quit to see us naked. See us on the grind, but don't get intimidated. And I'm tired of the black woman being underrated. Why we gotta sit at home to be considered wives? Why we can't go and enjoy our lives? When we in our 20s and getting money, instead we get mocked by motherfuckers who call it comedy. It ain't even funny. Why we can't go natural without getting backlash from these those? You tell us, love yourself, so we rock afros, and then you calling them professional? Man, middle finger to the critics. And shouts to the black woman with a plate full, still I give biscuits. Above average, do more than cook cornbread and cabbage. I'm a black queen, not a bad. Hey, you ain't heard of black girl magic. Hey, you know we cold with the fashion, and if need be, get ratchet. Middle finger to the critics. And shouts to the black woman with a plate full, still I give biscuits. Above average, do more than cook cornbread and cabbage. I'm a black queen, not a bad. Hey, you ain't heard of black girl magic. Hey, you know we cold with the fashion, and if need be, get ratchet. One more thing, independent queen, still need a king. Life's better with a team, and we keep the grass green. Instead of worry about the next chick, we deserve more to chill and some Netflix. We just wanna make it. We just wanna cover without feeling incarcerated. Why we gotta lower standards for consideration, and we cutting expectations just to have someone adjacent. Where are my black kings who invest? We don't want them niggas who just wanna have sex. We ain't them dogs who just put back on the shelf. So if you wanna come to us, you better come correct. We just wanna build in, maybe we could chill. Let us get to know you before we know how you feel. Don't wanna move fast or stand still. We ain't tryna do the mannequin challenge for real. Middle finger to the critics. And shouts to the black woman with a plate full, still I give biscuits. Above average, do more than cook cornbread and cabbage. I'm a black queen, not a bad. Hey, you ain't heard of black girl magic. Hey, you know we cold with the fashion, and if need be, get ratchet. Middle finger to the critics. And shouts to the black woman with a plate full, still I give biscuits. Above average, do more than cook cornbread and cabbage. I'm a black queen, not a bad. Hey, you ain't heard of black girl magic. Hey, you know we cold with the fashion, and if need be, get ratchet. We misunderstood.
We misunderstood.
So misunderstood.
So misunderstood. Yeah,
I
yeah.
wish you understood.
I wish you understood.
I got
show for music and sports talk. This is in today's society and world, many people need help to cover events or to build a brand, but don't know how to go about it. Well, say no more. Drag and Jump Productions and B-Ray Marketing is here. We not only do graphic design, but we do photography, videography, as well as taking your name and your brand and we're going beast with it. What that means is we value our clients to the fullest and we listen to everything that you would like in your brand. So what better way to do it than with B-Ray Marketing and Drag and Jump Production? For more information, go to dragandjumppro.com as well as braymarketingmedia.net and let us take your name, your brand, and go beast. Let's put you on top of the map while we're doing what we love with videography, photography, and graphic design as well as website design. So, what are you waiting for? Or go to www.dragandjumppro.com and www.braymarketingmedia.net for more information. Book with us and let us take your name, your brand, and go beast.
Chicagoland Sports Radio is your home for all the latest Chicago sports news. CSR is not only the home to the most entertaining and informative shows in Chicago, but covers all the top college and high school games as well. Big guests and bigger personalities. This is your home for the greatest debates in sports, broadcasting live from State Street in the South Loop. For all of the news, analysts, and interviews to keep you informed, log on to ChicagolandSportsRadio.com to listen live. Chicagoland Sports Radio. It's not just sports, it's a way of life.
And we're back here on Dragon Sports Live show. I'm Donte Payne. If you just tuning in, and as I mentioned before, NFL training camp is pretty much here. Just a couple days out, a few days out. Some started reported now, which that mean. So the Denver Broncos reported to training camp today because they have to prepare for the August 1st game. They're playing in the Hall of Fame game. But, so here's what lies here. Flacco is their quarterback, and they're hoping that their future quarterback ends there, according to sources from ESPN. Now, I have one thing to say about that and one opinion about that. If your future ended there, you guys end up getting Casey Keenum, who was doing pretty well for you guys, or pretty decent, and didn't really have the chance to do anything. But then y'all trade to get Flacco, and I'm like, Flacco is getting older. Yes, he can still perform, he can still produce, but what about your rookies or the future, as y'all always like to say? What about the future? Like, I think Flacco do pretty well, but y'all say the quarterback is this and that. Most quarterbacks can't perform. If you ain't got a line that's going to protect your quarterback, like, if you look at the past couple years, Broncos had quite a few different quarterbacks. You had Keenum, you had Lynch, Manny, who won them the Super Bowl. You know, had Elway, one of the greatest before. It's like you had a couple, just to name a few of the quarterbacks that they didn't have in the past. Or I should say, past to present. So it's like, let's see what Flacco gonna do. But like I said, they did report to training camp already, since they have the Hall of Fame game on August 1st. And would you believe it or not, training camp is pretty much here. It's already July 17th, and most rookies, including most rookies, report to training camp as well. Kyler Murray, the number 1 draft pick, he reported to training camp as well. So it's like, come media day, I will be watching NFL Network to watch all the latest training camp vibes and see what's going on. And that's what it is. So, training camp for the Bears, 9 days, 13 hours and 46 minutes and counting for opening day for training camp for the Bears, which is the 27th, right? 27th, 28th. Is opening weekend, and then you got to practice on the 29th. Then you got Friends and Family Fest, which is August 3rd. And are you excited, guys? Because it's Chicago Bears football. I'm actually excited to see what we're going to do. We still got 2 kickers right now. So I'm actually really excited for that. I'm excited to see what's going on. And yeah. And do you guys think that Tariq Cohen is an under-the-radar player? I really think so, because the man can punt return, he can move, he got lateral quickness, and he's back. But we're going to check out the Bears. We're going to check out their receiving core as they report to Olivet Nazarene University, a school that I used to go to, next week in Bourbonnais, Illinois. And now the receiving core is led by Allen Robinson II, Tyler Gabriel, and Anthony Miller, who all joined the Bears last year as part of a major renovation at the position. Now the trio led the team to a 12-4 record and an NFC championship. I said NFL, wow. NFC championship by combining 457 receptions, 1,865 yards, and 13 touchdowns. So, wow, this lovely bipolar Chicago weather we have, it just literally started pouring down, raining out of nowhere. So, for the guys who can't see my live video, we have a nice big window here at the Illinois Media School where you can see outside, you can peer, and I just looked out and see it got dark and the clouds started, and it just started pouring down raining. But anyways, that's bipolar Chicago. But you gotta love the city. You also gotta love this new young core that we have, because on top of the receiving core, we also have Calvin Ridley's little brother Riley, who I think him and David Montgomery, as well as Cordariel Patterson and Marvin Hall, gonna be all good additions to the team and could bolster the offense a little bit more, as well as special teams. So I'm looking forward for that. So let's get it. And you guys ready for that? On top of that, Deion Jones, not Julio Jones, but Deion Jones, same team, for the Atlanta Falcons, just reached a deal, $57 million deal through 2023 with $34 million guaranteed. They want to get their top linebacker, who's is a one-time Pro Bowler, get him signed. That was one of their goals for this offseason, during the offseason, to get him signed. But now they want to focus on getting Julio Jones a contract extension as well. So to bolster up that deal. And this deal comes on the heels after the Falcons signed tackle Grady Jarrett to a 4-year, $68 million deal that includes $38 guaranteed. So it's like, now your main focus is Julio Jones. And I think they most definitely would be able to reach a contract extension, making him the first wide receiver to get $20 million per year. So big ups for that. He does deserve it. He puts in a lot of work for that, and he deserves it. Same thing with Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon deserves to get that new contract extension. Even though you're on the 5th year of your rookie contract, it's time, honestly, I think it's time for a new contract. It's just like he's one of your good running backs for the Chargers, so it's like, get that man what he deserves. Give him what he needs. Speaking of contracts, Robbie Gould strikes gold. He gets a 2-year deal, $10.5 million deal, and he's staying with the 49ers, even though he's always and said that Chicago is always going to be his home, where he spent most of his career at. He said Chicago's always going to be his home, but he's decided to play football again after a weird off season for him. So it's like his family lives in Chicago. They'll be flying out to San Francisco during off season, and then when he's off, he'll be flying to Chicago. And he's basically saying, when I'm done with football, I'm moving to Chicago. Like, Chicago's going to be where I be at. So regardless, life after football, he has plans, but big ups to him getting that 2-year, $10.5 million deal. And then, safety Cameron, Moore. So he's 22. He's suspended by the Giants on account of assault charges, but he only played 2 games last year. So it's like, man, you've been a young guy who hasn't really got your career started. That's not good. You got a lot to show, because it's the reason why they drafted you and why you gained. You gotta basically represent the team, your family members, to the fullest. Like, don't be doing stupid stuff like some of these celebrities do, and that's the case. They get big headed. It's like, oh, do you know who I am? No. Everybody has to abide by the law regardless. So, big up. I'm like, I hope the best for him. But hopefully he'll get another chance. But speaking of another chance, time is running out for the Texans to reach a deal on Jadeveon Clowney, who's basically getting clowned right now. The team has yet to reach a long-term deal with him, and he's expected to miss most of or all of training camp and hasn't signed his franchise tender. Now, the tender to sign a deadline just passed. It passed a couple days ago. So it's like, now, and they tagged him as a linebacker instead of a defensive end. Now, here's the crazy part. I have slight issues with this. He played defensive end most of the time. Like, the defensive end tag tender was $17.1 million. They tagged him as a linebacker, which is $15.4 million. But here's the thing. Listen to his stats of what he logged as a defensive He logged 729 snaps at defensive end, 101 at defensive tackle, and only 33 at linebacker last season. So what that tell you? Put him at defensive end, give him that defensive end tag, not the linebacker tag. So I can understand why he's like, oh, if y'all don't give me a new contract, I'm going to sit out and miss season, which some people tend to do that. That's the best way for them to understand, like, hey, I want a new contract. Like, I want us to play for you guys, and it's showing you that I'm trying to be loyal to you guys, but I can just take my talents and skills elsewhere. Like, the work that I put into it, I can take it elsewhere, and it doesn't even matter to you guys. And I'm like, he has a very good point on doing that. So it's like, hey, get it. Do what you feel. But I hope you guys come to recognize and get that deal done, because that's a good, talented defensive end that you guys have, and who's hungry to play, who wants to play, who wants to go after that ball, go after the quarterback. So pay the man. That's all I can say. Give him a decent contract. Give him something that you can do with. So, okay. Clint Bowling, guard for the Cincinnati Bengals, he's retiring due to health issues, and he's retiring young. He's only 30. So it's like, if health gets the best of you, hey, let's see your body do it. Like, if your body's telling you no, don't do this, yeah, the best way to do it is just listen to your body and let your body take over. Like, don't try to force the issue if you can't perform. Like, focus on other things. And also, Derek Morgan, former linebacker for the Titans, he's also retiring from the MCL, and he's also third, but he focused on other venues. Like, he is going into real estate and stuff like that. Like, he's doing it from a business aspect. He want to give back. He want to, because some people, like, so that's what he's doing, and that's why he's retiring. Like, I got to focus on my venues. I got to focus on what I need to do. Ryan Leaf is joining ESPN as a college analyst. Big ups to him on that. And I say big ups because, you know, hopefully one day I can join ESPN like that. And then y'all can tune into me or any other sports stations that's out there. You know, Fox Sports Net, Comcast Sports Net, NBC Sports, WGN Sports, any of the sports stations. I hope one day that I can be out there. And with that being said, I'm going to continue to put in that work so I can get to that point. But with that being said, I got a couple more commercials for you, a couple messages from our sponsors, and then I got some more music. I have Asha Marie Breaking the Security coming up, followed by Jason Warrior Dreams, because a lot of people have dreams. But like I said, with further ado, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and here's a word from our sponsors here on Dragon Sports Live here on the Chicagoland Sports Radio.com station. Check out these local commercials. Be right back after these messages.
Running, training should feel like Cloud 9. When you squat, you fly. When you run, you're Flash. When you play basketball, you're Jordan. When you clean with purpose. When you walk, you strut.
So don't just sit there or lay around. Just do it with the Nike Air Versatile. Basketball, running, and training, even walking, never felt so good. So grab you a pair at any local Nike store or online at www.nike.com. So grab your Nike Air Versatile and live your life the Nike way. Just do it. You won't regret it. These shoes are running out fast, so head over to your nearest Nike outlet and pick up your pair today. So pick up your pair of Nike Air Versatiles today. You won't be disappointed.
Lights, camera, action.
Hey there, I'm Donte Payne. I am the founder and CEO of Dragon Jump Productions. Dragon Jump Productions specializes in media production based in Chicago. We offer services in graphic design, photography, as well as videography. We also work with models as well. So if you got an idea for a photo shoot or you need to be branded, let us help you make your brand. Dragon Jump Productions will claw their way into stardom by making you look great. So if you want to book that next photo shoot with Dragon Jump Productions, reach out to dragonjumppro@gmail.com or call 773-892-4514. Again, that's dragonjumppro@gmail.com or call 773-892-4514. Let us take you and make you great. Book now with Dragon Jump Productions.
You tune in to the hottest show for music and sports talk. This is Dragon Sports Live.
The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They serve the God Versace, Louis, and Marc Jacob. Trickster, serving the master slicksters who trying to spit game at these games. So I say dash on them like Jay did. You lost one, not letting these lames hit. With perversion, rather his sermons by Bacham, Piper, Mac, got the inspiration. Lust is a beast to be kept in cages. I don't twerk, but I dance like David. I deserve death, he deserves my praises. We flock like birds, yeah, we stay raving. The wings of the angels who cover their faces in the presence of God whose holiness made Isaiah drop to his knees. Holy, 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 now the people bottom, now we here. Undeserved wretches, Christ and brought near. No static with God, my charge has been clear. Now aligning my will with his good year. To bring that word of peace to misfits. And even if they pull the heat from their hip, it's just a send off to where he is. Said it's just a send off to where he is. Yeah, I'm using my mouth like speakers to recruit soldiers for the master tent. I'm using my mouth like speakers to recruit soldiers for the master tent. I'm tired of being silent, walking in Inglewood, dudes slinging rocks, no David, so Goliath. Sin this and tyrant, they tell me be quiet. Got me feeling like John on the island of Patmos. Exile living here, never afraid. His love cast out fear. Bullets fly in the shy, but we make rounds. UFOs dish it out, stumping ground. Steps to the rhythm of this gospel. Salsa, serve it up to him on the plate. Salsa, be ahead or beheaded. We follow the lamb to the slaughter. Christians, you ready? Tell them heaven is a celebration. Don't miss out on the party, get the invitation. Come all ye, heavy laden, but you can't see, you need saving. Out of the darkness, but we glow. The hearts are hardened, but we know. God created all stars, conversed with the universe, and redeemed us from the curse we deserve. No more chances, but only because of Christ we've been handed the right to become his sons and daughters. We share this gospel on every corner. Because I'm screwed if you wasn't nailed to the cross, I snooze. If I don't want to share with the lost, say, this is a white man's religion, but he can make you colorblind when he restores vision. Causing the only hue that you see is red. That means your blood bought and your spirit was led. To walk by faith and not by sight. So let me tune on my voice and use these pipes. I'm using my mouth like speakers to recruit soldiers for the master tent. I'm using my mouth like speakers to recruit soldiers for the master tent.
set me free.
You tune in to the hottest show for music and sports talk. This is
Welcome back, everybody. Now, it's been a lot of talk in the far as like First Take, High Noon, Highly Questioned, all these different sports shows. They've been talking about best duels, and it's been a lot of new duels that was created over the summer, but you have some that haven't even played together yet. They may have played together in All-Star game, but they have not played together in the NBA season game. And some of those dudes include Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. So it's like, will Paul George be playing power forward or will he playing guard? Because this is the thing about a lot of people don't realize. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George should have been on the same team because they was both drafted by the Indiana Pacers. Right? They would have been on the same team. So they would have played together then and built that chemistry. But here's another thing. They're both forwards. So who's going to play the three? They're both listed as small forwards. Paul going to play the two? Or Leonard going to play the two? Or is they going to play 3 and 4? That's the question, like, you got to ask, like, would that be the best duo? It may be a good defensive duo. I'll give you that. That would be my best defense duo right there. But I can't be for sure until I see them at least play a couple games together. Once they play a couple games together and see how they're clicking during those games, then I can give you my opinion. But until I see them play a couple games together, I can't say that they're one of the best duos. I can say they're one of the good, because they're both defensive players. I could say they're one of the best defensive duos. That I can say. But as far as duos, you got Clay and Steph. Of course, they played together. Who else? There's a couple other duos that I'm missing. LeBron and AD have not played together on the same team. Other than All-Star game. Those duos have not played together yet. So it's coming. KD and Kyrie. Well, KD will be out of commission for a little bit while he's recovered from that torn Achilles. So it's Kyrie and the young core of the Brooklyn Nets. Again, haven't played on the same team yet. Ooh, excuse me. Kind of creeped up on me. So it's like, yeah, they haven't played on the same team yet. So it's like, okay, let's see how you are, because both are ball-heavy, ball-dominant players. Like, no offense to both of these players. I like both of these cats because they play for both of my teams, the Celtics and the Warriors. So it's like, but in my opinion, Kyrie, as far as playoffs, wasn't really a good fit for the Warriors. It was like, when I watched those games, I felt heartbroken because it was the simple fact that I'll see Kyrie just jacking the ball up and missing. Like, at one point in time, I seen him, he was like, it was like 4 of 14 was his stat. 0 of 3, 0 of 6 from three-point range. Yeah. And then you got, Kristaps Porzingis and Luka Doncic. That's big man squad. Like, Luka Doncic is a tall man, and so is Porzingis. So I can see that's a tall shooting habit. They'll work off each other. They'll feed that, and they'll basically put in work. Who Porzingis didn't play all last season due to he torn his ACL, but now he's back and he's recovered from his ACL. He still has a full 20 months of recovery by the time he takes the court for training camp. So he should have a few lingering concerns. He averaged 22 points a game, 6.6 rebounds, 2.4 blocks, and went down 2 seasons ago with the New York Knicks. I can see that being a good, combo, but don't forget you got Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. Now, those two, they played together. And they was doing exceptionally well. The Joker, he's a pick and roll phenom. Like, he used to be a guard, but, you know, growth spurts happen. He used to be a fat guard at that. So, yeah, growth spurts happen. And, you know, you get taller. But as far as pick and roll, he was a monster of that. You set the pick, either you roll or he rolls, and he can shoot the three for a big man. Like, the new thing, that's the new thing in this day and age. Big men have to be able to shoot the three. So it's like basically continuing a Dirk trend, a Yi Jillian trend. It's like you stretch out the floor. If you can shoot the three, you're stretching out the floor. Defense have to compensate for that to and they'll either leave the lane wide open or they'll allow the big men to just go willy-nilly. Hey, it happens. We also got Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum. Now, those two play together. And yes, they are a great duo. They work off each other. They been in Portland their entire careers. And yeah, they're good. Give them a couple more pieces around them, and they'll be even great. Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, you know, two big men, and I'm still waiting for this. I want to see what this starting lineup going to become for the regular season because you got Horford, you got Tobias Harris, and you got Embiid, and you got Simmons, and Josh Richardson. You also got Chris Middleton and Giannis. Middleton likes to feed Giannis on the run. Giannis just so long, he can just dunk on anybody, pretty much. He had 279 dunks last season. Wow. Then, you know, it's not a new duo. They played together when they was in OKC. James Harden and Russell Westbrook are both on the Houston Rockets. Now, here's the thing. They said, Mike D'Antoni said that he wasn't going to change a thing about how he run his offense. And if you think about Mike D'Antoni, like all the sports fans that seen him play and know how he coach, he's an up-tempo, fast-paced guy, right? So, and I think Russell Westbrook will fit right in there because he'll grab a rebound and push the ball up the court or just be gone. He will fit right in with that, so it's like no need to change your system up just for Westbrook. In Westbrook's case, you got to either have the ball. Like, when he has the ball, you better be ready to shoot because he's looking to pass. If not, he's going to shoot on his own or go to the rim and get fouled. So it's like it's a good combination. Then you got Harden, who loves to shoot. So they'll be able to feed off each other. And I think they both would, you know, provide triple doubles because y'all fail to realize, many people fail to realize, when Russell Westbrook averaged a triple double in 3 consecutive seasons, right? You had James Harden who had a couple 50-point triple double games. So it's like even though he scored 50 points, he still moved the ball around. And yeah, I'm waiting to see what these duos gonna be, especially come the regular season. Are you guys game? I know I am. And it's like, even though they, like I said, they haven't played with each other yet, so it's like some of these duos have played with each other, but some of them haven't. So it's curious to see, like, oh yeah, when you have people saying, "Oh, the Clippers guarantee they gonna win a championship, they gotta make the playoffs first." But even though you got a good coach in Doc Rivers, and you got defensive players, you got Patrick Beverly, who's a defensive player, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. You don't know. Other teams are revamping too, so you don't know what's gonna be the thing. If they make the playoffs, I'd say it's kind of rigged. And you know, this new thing that's going around is the old age filter with faces. It's kind of funny on some cases, but it's interesting. And I'm like, okay. That's all I can say is okay. Summer League just wrapped up, and it is media day. Walker will be rocking number 8. Not Antoine Walker, he's retired, but Kemba Walker will be rocking number 8 for the Celtics, as Ernest Cantor will be rocking number 11 as he troll Kyrie Irving, which that's a given. But the Pelicans finally got a chance to introduce their new wave additions, which is they had Derek Favors, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, and Ingram as well. So it's like Ingram is still, he's close to working out, but he's still having that blood clot issue. So he will eventually be back, but he would be there. But they believe they have so much potential for them. And the Summer League, congratulations to Brandon Clark and the Memphis Grizzlies for topping the Wolves in the Summer League. He was also the MVP for our Summer League, averaging 4 triple-doubles double-doubles, not triple-doubles, double-doubles in there. So it was like, yep. But the Knicks are looking pretty good with R.J. Barrett and the rest of the young core. They look like they're going to play pretty well together with the new additions that they had. Now, the question for you guys that I'm going to let you guys think about. Who will land Andre Iguodala or J.R. Smith, who's just got waived by the Cavaliers finally? So once he clears waivers, where do you think these players going to go? And I will give you that answer when I find that information. But until then, rock with me next week at 6 p.m. for another edition of Dragon Sports Live. And I'm Donte Payne. And I'm going to say this the best way possible. Peace out, guys. And stay dry out there if you're in the city of Chicago. Peace.